Does anyone have a question?
Stuart, I have a question.
Yes.
Um, it's about so you do hands-on work with students that come to you. My question is, how is it if I go to like a body worker, a massage therapist, is that is that not a good thing to do?
Well, I have body work done on me all the time. I think it's great. It stretches the limbs, it eases up some tensions and so on. It's very good. Is it the same thing as when I do hands-on work? But no, it's not. It's not. People that do body work are not often trained in the development of chakra systems and the building of the psychic muscle system inside a human being that allows them to connect with higher energy in the universe. And over time, when you do this kind of meditation, your hands become healing instruments. And it worked. I always kid around when I do this body work, it's like Kundalini cardiology, and it's really not kidding around because it has to do with people opening the heart, getting the mind quiet, getting grounded inside. And I don't think body workers do that kind of thing. Yeah, they relax you. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not putting it down. I have a lot of it, but it's not the same thing. Most body workers are not trained to transmit higher energy in the universe. Some of them do, but most of them don't. So it's a different thing. I think it's great to have body work done because it relaxes you. It stretches your muscles, and we all get tense. We all get tight inside. But it's not the same kind of work as this hands-on work that I do with people. So I suggest you get body work. It'll help relax you and calm you down a bit and work out tension in a lot of areas of your body. And I think that's very healthy. But people come to these monthly, bi-monthly retreats that I have, and their lives undergo major transformation. It's amazing what happens to them when they attend these retreats. There's somebody who came, he had cancer, and at the end of the retreat, he went to a doctor and it was gone. No, I don't have success with everybody that way, but this was like a miracle that happened. But it happened at the retreat. So what I'm saying is that there's a very different kind of energy. Does anyone else have a question? And I'll tell you honestly, in the last month or so, I've been undergoing such major changes in myself. I don't even recognize myself anymore. The changes have been so profound and deep, and my life has just changed, you know? And I'm very grateful for that. And I'm really grateful to share this with people that make the effort to come to the retreats, because then it becomes, in person and it's much more profound and deep. I certainly share it in these classes and try to help people to deal with their problems and tensions or the blocks inside themselves. But there's a difference. And I always suggest people, and I don't know how many people, yeah, some do, but most don't. So I have to accept that also, you know. And I know there's always a financial problem, So Rudy told me anyone can do it with money. If you need something, you need to do something, you find a way to do it. You always do. If you really need something and have to do something. I've been going to museum. I used to have, when I was, living in Manhattan, I had a lot of very good massage therapists that used to work on me. And Pingo and Dr. On, or not Dr. On, Don On. I mean, they were very good, very deep. They transformed my energy. It was wonderful. But it wasn't like these weekends. And now, God bless her, I have Jennifer, who's really a brilliant masseuse working on me. So I think that's very important, having people work on you like that. But is it a retreat? Is it hands-on healing? Is it Kundalini cardiology? No, it's not. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? I mean, I'm not promoting myself or trying to sell you retreats. I'm really not. You come, you don't, you don't. There's nothing I can do about that. But I used to go and have this with Rudy, and it was unbelievable. It changed my life to have him work with me that way. And that's why I do it, because I know how powerful it is and deep. And I was trained by a very great master to do this. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? Does anyone else have a question? I mean, this meditation is about sharing what you have learned in your life. And I think that's an amazing way to approach it because, you can't take it with you, but while we're here, it can be given away. It can help a future generation of people to grow inside and continue doing deep spiritual practice and serving a higher energy in the universe. This has nothing to do with religion. Doesn't matter what your background is, what your religion is, your race is, what you believe. If you vote Democrat or Republican, it simply doesn't matter. What matters is there's a need inside to deepen one's connection with higher energy in the universe. We're given a lifespan between birth and death to do this. You know, we come here to learn how to do this. Learn how to, first of all, transform the suffering into an open heart that goes on in this world. And secondly, to build a chakra system that frees us of karma and allows us to become one with higher energy in the universe. And our time spent here, we're given that time, which is sacred, to use it to develop that kind of chemistry inside. And the wonderment of what Rudy created is you don't have to go live in a monastery to do this. You don't have to go live in some ashram somewhere or, you can do it living in your everyday life. And I think that's an extraordinary thing that one can do this in their everyday life. And have a happy life. Like yourself, love yourself, like other people, have a wonderful life. Kerry, could you please sit still, please? Thank you. Why else are we born here? Tell me. To make money? To make money? We're born here to be happy people. We're born here to build an inner life that allows us to do that. To do that, we have to take advantage of everything that is given to us, which makes it possible to do that. And there's always reasons not to do, more reasons not to do than to do. And the most important thing is to do, not to do, because there's a million reasons why people don't want to do. And the worst reason of all is that our heads never shut up. They keep ticking and ticking and ticking and ticking, and they find all the reasons not to do. Okay, enough of this. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask?
Stuart, I have a question. Um, how best to talk about the my inner work with other folks that is clean and kind and respectful.
I would suggest, Bob, being very careful about talking about your inner work with other folks. Talk to them about it when they are ready to hear it. I mean, I had that experience. I'll never forget years ago. I had a class with Rudy that was so powerful, so deep, so unbelievable. And I met a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, on the street, and I started telling him about the class. And within 10 minutes, the whole class was sucked right out of me. And it just went into this person. And the person really wasn't even listening to me, wasn't even interested in doing meditation or spiritual practice. So I would be careful about who you talk to this about. And I wouldn't play kind of the Baptist of Kundalini yoga, trying to convert people to doing this. It doesn't work. When somebody wants to do this, they will beat the door down and come to do it. They are ready to listen. You know, they're not playing games in their own head. They're ready to truly listen to what you have to say. And I just would be careful. I'm very careful about, look, I'm doing all these podcasts and I have to talk in certain ways with certain people because some of them are not ready to hear what I'm talking about. I had a woman today who was amazing. I mean, she was just beautiful. The conversation we had was extraordinary, you know? And I think, I can see a very good friendship happening with this person, because the talk was like unbelievable. It was so deep and pure and good. So I would be careful about who you talk to about this and just, do your inner work, and you don't have to sell this to anybody. When somebody is ready, trust me, they will break the door down to do it. When somebody is not ready, you can talk your brains out and they're not going to hear you. They're not going to listen. So I would be very careful about that. I mean, when I used to meet that person in the street, I would talk about the Yankees after that one conversation. It was deeply spiritual, talking about baseball and basketball and, literature and the things the person was really interested in. And I have some interest in it too. So we had great conversations. But I wasn't trying to dump my spiritual practice on him or show him how fantastic it was when he wasn't ready to hear it. I mean, you can get up in front of the Congress of America and talk about this, and maybe one or two of them that would really hear you. You know, you talk about money, you talk about power, you talk about the things they're all, every one of them will hear you. But somebody that's ready to do spiritual practice, they will hear, they will listen. Does anyone else have a question?
Hey, Stuart, it's Heidi. Hi. Can you speak about Kundalini rising a little bit?
Uh, yes, Kundalini is asleep at the base of your spine. And look, Kundalini is the pathway to enlightenment. I say this all the time. Drawing energy through the sexual area unifies the male-female principle inside each and every human being. It's where Uma Maheshwara, Shiva Shakti, that male-female principle exists inside that needs to be married. There has to be a unification of the masculine and feminine inside every one of us. That marriage of Shiva Shakti, Yin Yang, Uma Maheshwara, whatever that gives birth to Kundalini. Kundalini is a very powerful force of energy that is literally most of the time dormant at the spine of a human being. It's awakened. It's awakened. And it rises up the spine, and the soul of a human being can rise with it up the spine into the crown chakra, when then the crown chakra opens, and that soul will connect with a higher force of energy in the universe. Kundalini is an essential element in, becoming spiritually enlightened. But we have to learn how to build an inner life that's capable of letting it, rising. It's also a very powerful force, and it can really create serious mental and emotional problems in people if they don't have the strength inside, to deal with it. And that's why this meditation evolves around building the chakra below the navel. Because when Kundalini rises, you need that kind of rootedness and power inside yourself to be able to, for the soul to be able to rise with the Kundalini and become one with higher energy in the universe. Now, there's another element to this. Look, when I was younger, I used to do drugs. I did hallucinogenic things, marijuana, LSD, and a few other types. Never habitual things, but addictive things. And I used to have Kundalini experiences. They were very powerful, very, very powerful, But when I came down, I was completely wiped out. I was totally exhausted. I didn't have energy to do anything but maybe lie around in bed and go to sleep, you know? And Kundalini can do this. Kundalini, LSD works in the same areas that Kundalini works inside a human being. It releases that powerful force of energy. It doesn't build a foundation. It doesn't get you grounded. It doesn't create that strength inside that can deal with the release of Kundalini. And it's why people always, when they do drugs, I got wasted, they get wasted. Well, my idea of having a spiritual life was not getting wasted. And I knew when I was younger, there has to be another way to do this, to build a system inside that was strong enough to keep myself from getting wasted because the power of Kundalini was actively working inside me. So, it's really important to approach your life consciously and understand profoundly what you want. And when I was younger, I got tired of being wasted from the drugs that I used to do. I remember once I took an LSD trip, I sat in the heart of the Buddha for 3 hours. It was really amazing. But when I came down, I could barely function. I could barely get out of bed. And I say, well, a spiritual life is not there to make you into a zombie. It's there to regenerate life, give more life, have a creative life, overcome all the fears and obstacles inside. And, and also ultimately to attain a state of enlightenment. So all of these elements of chakra work together. The yin yang in the sexual area, the male female, the power of the third chakra, opening heart, which is love, and the ability to function in the world and communicate with compassion, with love. Quiet mind allows us to receive knowledge and wisdom. All of this works together. And for all of it to work together, a human being has to build a system that allows it to happen. And of course, one of the final stages of it is the, Kundalini, mastering Kundalini, having the strength to do that. Listen, Kerry, if you can't sit still without touching and fidgeting, just turn your camera off, please. And I don't want to have a conversation with you. Thank you. So that really is what Kundalini is about. Kundalini is a masterful energy when we transform everything inside us so that we are functioning on the highest levels of our humanity. Then what we're offering God is the ultimate level that you can attain, being human.
Thank you.
What?
Thank you.
You're welcome, dear. Very good question. Thank you. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? Okay, if there are no more questions, this has been really a long day for me, I'll tell you. So much stuff happening today that I told Jennifer, I wish I was 30 years younger with all this stuff going on, a lot to deal with. So anyway, my book will be on Kindle. We'll have an Audible copy of it soon, 3 or 4 weeks. And I'm having a great time with these podcasts. I really am. They're fantastic. I'm really, really meeting some nice, interesting people, you know? And so I'm going to continue doing this and try to, use that energy to even draw more people into the work that we do here. So thank you, and God bless you all, and have a wonderful evening. And there'll be meditation class tomorrow, at, at 1 o'clock, and then another one at 7:30. And I'll be looking forward to seeing everybody. God bless you. Pat will teach the one at 7:30. So God bless you all, and thank you.
Thank you, Stuart. Rest well.
Thank you.
Very much, Stuart. Thank you. Beautiful.